में मैंने आपको पहली बार देखा, कैडेट के रूप में यू वर शूटिंग, एंड दैट्स व्हाट आई डिसाइडेड कि मुझे इसी फील्ड में जाना है, तो आई ओ माय करियर टू यू.
First of all, thank you so much for all the kind words and the compliments. I'm thoroughly flattered, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the kind words. सलामी, माय गॉड, बड़ा अजीब सा वक्त था वो, क्योंकि मैं इंडस्ट्री में कदम रख रहा था, और फिर मुझे एक ऐसी पिक्चर मिली थी जहाँ मुझे बहुत सीरियस ट्रेनिंग करना पड़ रहा था. और जब मैंने ट्रेनिंग शुरू की, सो व्हेन आई वेंट टू IMA, दैट्स इंडियन मिलिट्री एकेडमी, तो वहाँ के जो ऑफिसर्स थे, दैट दे सेड वी विल नॉट टेक यू लाइटली, वी विल टेक यू एज सीरियसली एज अ कैडेट, सो प्लीज़ पुल अप योर सॉक्स एंड जस्ट डू एज वी टेल यू. तो डर गया, मैंने कहा ये तो बहुत सीरियस मामला होने वाला है. बट वो जो 3 महीने की जो ट्रेनिंग थी, मुझे लगता है वो ट्रेनिंग शुड बी मैंडेटरी फॉर एवरी टीनेजर. इट मेक्स अ मैन आउट ऑफ यू. इट टीचेज यू मैनर्स, इट टीचेज यू एटिकेट, इट टीचेज यू वैलर, टीचेज यू एवरीथिंग. तो एक बहुत हसीन वक्त था वो. और वो पिक्चर शूट करते वक्त भी बड़ा अच्छा लगा. नैनीताल में हम लोग ने वहाँ शूटिंग की थी. इतने खूबसूरत नज़ारे थे वहाँ. मुझे याद है उस पिक्चर में मेरे साथ 2 न्यू कमर्स थे, संयुक्ता और रोशनी, और हम तीनों बड़े रॉ थे. समझ में नहीं आ रहा था कि कैसा होगा, क्या होगा. बट दैट रॉनेस समहाउ केम अक्रॉस, एंड इट रियली जेल्ड विद द ऑडियंस.
वन ऑफ माय फेवरेट फिल्म, और गाने चेहरा क्या देखते हो.
Saab had given the music for that film, and I think it's one of my the songs from that movie are one of the best in my career.
सलामी के गाने जो थे आज भी देसो हमें बल, चेहरा क्या देखते हो, दिल में उतर के देखो ना.
मुझे लगता है वो पूरा वो जो वक्त था बहुत मैजिकल था. समीर साहब के लिरिक्स, नदीम शावन के गाने, IMA का दैट होल visual at the back, that whole costume that I had to wear, it was just magical. It just सोने पे सुहागा था सब कुछ वहाँ. तो
आई थिंक उसके बाद आपने ढेर सारी फिल्में की, तो लकी वन, माधुरी दीक्षित के साथ भी आपने काम किया, प्रीति जिंटा के साथ दिल चाहता है. तो माधुरी दीक्षित के साथ भी आपका बहुत ब्यूटीफुल मृत्युदंड में बड़ा अहम किरदार था. तो मृत्युदंड और माधुरी दीक्षित के साथ कैसी याद है.
मुझे याद है कि प्रकाश झा साहब ने मुझे बोला था कि आओ मुझसे मिलो, मैं तुम्हारे साथ एक पिक्चर करना चाह रहा हूँ. तो जब मैं जाके उनसे मिला, तो उस वक्त तो मुझे अंदाज़ा भी नहीं था कि उसमें माधुरी जी हैं या शबाना जी हैं. उन्होंने कहा कि ये कहानी है, ऐसा ऐसा है, फलां है, ढिमकाना है, और तुम्हारा ये कैरेक्टर है. तो मैंने कहा बहुत बढ़िया जी, मैं ज़रूर करना चाहूँगा. उनका जो कहानी था बहुत अलग था उस वक्त. इट वॉज वेरी डिफरेंट फ्रॉम द नॉर्मल फिल्म दैट वन वाज डूइंग एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम. सो वेरी एक्साइटेड अबाउट इट. तो फिर बोले यार आपके वो ड्रेस रिहर्सल्स करवाने. मैंने कहा हाँ, तो हीरोइन कौन है. माधुरी. मैंने नहीं सोचा मैंने कहा होगी कोई माधुरी. मैंने कहा हाँ, अच्छा यू नो ना हु. आई सेड हु. माधुरी दीक्षित. अच्छा, ओ आई डिडंट नो दैट, सॉरी सर. सो इट वाज क्वाइट अ सरप्राइज, एंड इट वाज अ प्लेजेंट सरप्राइज. बड़ा अच्छा लगा. इट वाज वेरी फ्रूटफुल वर्किंग विद सच टैलेंटेड पीपल. इट एनहांसेस योर परफॉर्मेंस ऑल्सो. और आई थिंक इन माई करियर, इफ आई कंसिडर एनी ऑफ माई वर्क्स वन ऑफ माई बेस्ट, आई वुड कंसिडर दैट टू बी मृत्युदंड.
कैरेक्टर भी थोड़ा सा एजी था उस जमाने की लैंग्वेज.
जी था जी, because it was very unlike someone who is not really good and not really bad also, you know. It was very real, and there was something also कि मुझे बिहार का मुझे इतना समझ नहीं था कि वहाँ की जो पॉलिटिक्स है, वहाँ का जो तौर तरीका है. So it was a great insight for me, because हम लोग उस वक्त जब काम करते थे, तो हम लोग एक टिपिकल फॉर्मूला होता था एक परफॉर्मेंस का, एक डायलॉग डिलीवरी का था. So you have to forget all that, and you have to reinvent yourself, because you had to be the character that the director wanted, and that was very unlike what you saw on screen at that point of time.
प्रीति जिंटा आपकी हीरोइन थी, एंड आमिर खान आप. तो हाउस दिल चाहता है, यू नो, केम इन योर लाइफ, एंड इट आई थिंक इट्स स्टिल वन ऑफ द बेस्ट यूथ फिल्म एवर मेड.
I think a lot of credit goes to my ex-wife, Niharika. I think Niharika and Farhan and Zoya and everybody were great friends together, and then they were making this film called Dil Chahta Hai. And Niharika's brother, younger brother Arjun, he was doing the costumes, and he said, why don't you take Ayub for this role? And of course I knew Farhan, and I knew Honey Auntie and everybody, and they said yeah, let's get Ayub also onto the show. And I remember I went and met him, and it was so funny. It was my first day of shooting, and my wife was pregnant, and Farhan said, tell your wife not to deliver today. Today is your first day. And sure enough, my wife said, I'm delivering my child today only. So literally from the shoot, I had to go to the hospital, because my wife, who was pregnant, delivered my daughter Tahura. Beautiful memory, great experience, very unlike what one would see on screen at that point of time. वो पिक्चर की जो सोच थी, उसकी जो कहानी थी, उसका जो मेकिंग था, was very unlike what one usually used to do on sets when working for films at that point of time.
You have a huge legacy of films, Ayub sir, but you have a legacy in the family as well. Your father and your mother, Nasir Khan and Begum Para, one of the legends of Indian cinema. So I want you to tell the viewers of today's generation that how did you and Dilip Kumar saab ke saath your family connection.
Unfortunately, I was very young when my father passed away. I think I was around 4 or 5 years old when my father passed away. So I don't have very many memories of him. But I do have few but very vivid memories with him. And my mother was like was like a father and mother to me. Dilip Saab was a great influence. I mean, the very fact that he was such a legendary person. Anywhere you went around, you know, you were recognized because of that, and that, in a way, was a blessing and also was a kind of a challenge for you if you had to get into the industry, because the expectations were very high. And to be very honest, it was not my dream to get into the film industry. I actually wanted to get into the Air Force. I said I'll get into the Air Force and I'll become a fighter pilot. And Mummy said, I'll give you 2 tight slaps, get onto the sets and become an actor. So yes, so I remember when I did my first film. When I signed my first film, I went and met Yusuf Uncle and I told him that I've signed this film. So he said, "You want to get into acting?" I said, yes, I want to get into acting. So you better be serious about it, because he knew I was not very serious about, you know, being an actor. But he kept giving me a few tips whenever we met and whenever he could, you know, talk to me. I treasure them, and yeah, it was it.
So how do you look back at your career? So many films, TV shows, now web series as well. So how do you look and see which have been your favorites to
Nearly
pick from?
been 35 years of being in this industry. It's been a long time, and done a lot of films, done a lot of television shows, done a few web shows. I'm very grateful that the audience has, you know, accepted me with all my shortcomings. There are actors who are far more talented than me, far better looking than me, but I think I have ऊपर वाले की वो blessings हैं मुझ पर कि I am still in this industry. I sometimes wonder whether I am worthy of all what I've got today, and I'm just too grateful about the fact that it's been 35 years of being in the industry, and what an amazing journey it's been. You know, there've been ups and there've been downs, and there've been times when there's been no work, and then there was work, and then there was recognition, and then no so I've seen it all. I've seen, you know, my contemporaries who have been with me, and then they've moved away, and new people have come, and I've seen new generations and new formats, and television completely, you know, turning around on its head and becoming completely huge and gigantic and becoming international, which one did not expect at that point in time. So I mean, I saw a array of things that happened in this industry, and so many transformations have been taking place and are still going on, and I'm just grateful that I'm still part of all of this. Yeah.
तो अभी आगे की जनरेशन में आपके परिवार से आपके बच्चों का इंक्लिनेशन है एक्टिंग पे? डू वी सी एनीबडी गेटिंग इनटू दिस इंडस्ट्री एज वेल?
I do not try to influence my children about what career they should take. Whatever they take, I will be very happy and I will support them. If they want to come into this industry, I would welcome them. If they wish to take any other profession, I would support them completely. I leave the choice up to them, and they're still very young right now. My younger one is 17, my elder one is 21. So they still have a long way to go right now before they think about their career. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ayub sir. You've always, I said, you're special in my life as well. And I want you to be rock as you are. You're such a sweet person.
Thank you. Thank you.
Whole industry swears by you because you're one professional person we all know and one sweet person. Really, and I'm not saying for the sake of saying, he's genuinely very sweet person. And thank you so much, Ayub sir. I want बस इस तरह से आप काम करते रहे and हमें और interesting careers देखने को मिले आपके. Thank you so much.